Alright, Corillo, que es la que hay. Bienvenidos nuevamente una vez más a Ecast Studios, at Ecast Exclusive Chats and Studio Tracks. And today we have a special invitation. Once again, everybody's special when they come here to the Ecast Studio, that's for sure. And we have a really, I think, in my honest opinion, one of the most important composers and singers in the A31 and a changer of music, what we call original music. So let's welcome Charly Zamora.
Oh, thank you, compa Manny. I don't know if I deserve that, but yeah, I don't know if I'm the most important, but
One of them.
I really appreciate I really appreciate those kind of words, and thank you for considering me. Thank you for the invite. Gracias.
Thank you, bro.
No,
Thank
a
you for
ti.
being here, man.
A
I'm
ti,
so excited to
gracias.
have you here. Yo siempre me emociono cuando traigo personas nuevas, ¿verdad? A Ecast Studio, because everybody needs to find out about these hidden gems, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, coming from Puerto Rico and coming to grounds here and finding out about your music and other regional music, I was like, I gotta learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I gotta
well,
learn.
speaking about hidden gems, you're one of them. I mean, you're a great musician. Yo no sabía de ti de hace mucho, you know. So
Sí.
yo también I came to find out that you were here, close by to town, and like the things that you've done. I'm a fan too. So
Thanks,
yeah,
thanks. It's really interesting because when I found out about you guys' music was obviously through your compa,
hmm
Raúl.
Raúl Avalos, shout out to my
Yeah,
compadre Raúl.
shout out to Raúl, man. And he was like, I'm the kind of person that I don't really, reach out to a lot of people. Pero ese día me sentía como que, you know what, I want to keep on learning something. And me atreví. Y I sent him a message, and I was like, dude, I want to learn. What can I do to help you, or how can I get in?
Sí, sí, sí.
Basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Y gracias a Dios me abrió su puerta y he showed me through a project and stuff. And he was like, I like your stuff. I think we can work on something.
Yeah, that's
Y
cool.
ahí llegamos a
Yeah,
donde
y
ti.
gracias a Dios que sí pasó, because it's always good to find new people, you know,
Yeah.
porque it opens up it opens up your spectrum of music. It opens up doors,
Mm-hmm.
Four eyes think or see better than two,
Oh, definitely.
and two heads is obviously better than one. So siempre es muy bonito colaborar con gente, y más si no está acostumbrada a, a colaborar con esa clase de música. So,
Claro.
obviamente se crean nuevas fusiones. So, I think
Sí,
that's
sí.
cool, you know?
Pero mira, entrando un poquito más en detalle, right? Let's go. Let's tell people who Charly is, man. Take us back to your early days, man. How this esta inquietud de ser músico y cómo te inclinaste a la música when
Okay.
you was a kid.
Um, yo empecé, bueno, me platica mi papá y mi mamá que mi amor por la música empezó como a los 4 o 5 años.
Okay.
4, actually, to be exact. Um, Creció por escuchar la música de Vicente Fernández.
Oh,
So, Vicente
okay.
Fernández me imagino que igual como yo es mi ídolo de
Mhm.
mucha gente. Yeah, but for him, I started the love of music, and especially mariachi music.
Vicente
Vicente
Fernández es
Fernández.
definitivamente una imagen de lo que es ser un mexicano de
Sí,
verdad.
claro que sí.
El
Va mano a mano con
ícono.
el mariachi, con el tequila, con
Sí,
el
sí,
traje de charro,
con
yeah,
todo.
con
Sí,
todo.
dice, el que no conoce a Vicente Fernández en realidad mundialmente, porque es un ícono de verdad
Sí, claro que
mundialmente,
sí.
no está viviendo en la tierra, de verdad
Sí,
que no. Y hace poco te escuché en una de otras entrevistas de aquí locales también que lo pudiste conocer.
sí, bendito Dios, tuve la oportunidad de, de subirme al escenario donde él pisó. So,
Wow.
yeah, tenía como 5 años, si no mal recuerdo, fue en el 88 aquí en
El
Salinas.
chamaco.
Yeah, I was a baby. Era un chamaquito, y mi papá, o sea, obviamente me llevó porque pues era mi ídolo. En
Yeah,
ese entonces,
yeah.
la primera canción que me aprendí fue de él. So, me llevó a mirarlo, y pues yo bien emocionado. Me cuenta mi papá que yo le dije a mi papá, papá, quiero subirme a cantar con él. And
Wow.
I mean, y pensando y reflexionando en eso, todos mis niños son muy tímidos.
Okay.
So, yo no me imagino diciéndole o sea, un niño, "Papá, me quiero subir con ese artista en un concert de miles de personas, you know?" So, I guess that's what happened. Le pregunté a mi papá, hey, papá, por favor, ¿me puedes subir? Me quiero subir con él. Y sí, mi papá me llevó hasta donde estaba la fensa, la cerca
Mhm.
de fierro, que topaba con lo que es el escenario. Y el escenario estaba hablando como de unos 10 pies altos.
Oh, wow.
So mi papá me sostuvo de mis piernas y me
Aquí,
levantó.
agárralo.
Sí, y actually there's video of it. Hay
Oh,
video de
wow.
donde mi papá se acerca con Vicente me está alzando así. Y obviamente Vicente no sabía, don Vicente Fernández, que en paz descanse, no sabía qué es lo que quería yo, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí,
Nomás,
sí.
pues mi papá me estaba como
Presentando
impulsando.
como
Sí,
Lion King.
ándale, así como Simba, ¿verdad?
Encima.
Don Vicente Fernández me agarra de la mano y me sube porque yo todavía estaba colgando. It was a pretty, you know,
Uh,
big difference from the bottom where we were at to the stage. Era una gran diferencia. So, él cuando me subió, ya pues Vicente él estaba como ya acabando una canción y estaba cantando y yo estaba de la mano con él he was walking back and forth singing with me y estaba cantando
oh, wow.
en la
Mira.
canción, pero ya cuando acabó la canción, se agachó y me preguntó, pues, o sea,
Sí, sí.
y le dije yo, pues quiero cantar una canción. And he was
Wow.
like, oh, shit,
Qué
okay.
atrevido
¿Qué
ahí.
canción quieres cantar? Y fue la canción que de primero pues me aprendí de él, que se llama No me sé rajar, es una canción ranchera de él. Y sí, ah, ok, pues el mariachi y empezó la música ya es un bonito recuerdo que todavía tengo
Qué
ahí
bonito
en un
recuerdo,
VHS.
definitivamente. Tú sabes que yo como que me identifico porque mis papás, y especialmente mi mamá, siempre me contaba que yo era bien atrevido también. Cuando estaba bien pequeño, siempre buscaba como que la atención de los adultos y mis amigos, como yo decía, mis amigos ya podían ser mis abuelitos cuando yo estaba en la música bien pequeño también. Y me identifico mucho con eso porque mis niños son de igual. Bueno, mi niña parece que va a ser más terriblita que mi niño, pero yo creo que cuando estamos llamados a ser músicos, ya eso viene de la sangre, viene naciendo. Es como you're devoted to
Creo que
it,
sí.
right?
Creo que coincido contigo definitivamente porque creo que con esa pasión se tiene que nacer,
Ujú.
el amor por la música. Obviamente un talento se puede desarrollar, pero I think you gotta be born with it. Creo que tienes
Yeah,
que tener ese
definitely.
amor como para perseguir ese camino, ¿no? Que es bien difícil,
Difícil,
dificilísimo. Yeah.
difícil, uno tiene que ser masoquista.
Sí, sí, le tiene que gustar la mala vida,
Y
¿verdad?
sí,
Sí.
because, oh my goodness, te digo. Mira, so you started singing
Ujú.
early. What was your, or how did you actually showed interest into like an instrument? What was the first instrument?
So the first instrument that I ever learned how to play was the guitar.
Oh, okay.
It all started because um, I was 4 years old and I really loved music. I really loved to sing, especially the songs de Don Vicente, que en paz descanse. Y había un concurso en la parroquia de Santa María, a church in San Linas.
Okay.
Y había un concurso juvenil de niños. And the cutoff age was 6.
Ooh.
And my dad lied and said I was 5, but I was really 4.
Oh my God.
So,
Lo que
sí,
hacían los padres
sí,
para
sí,
poner a
sí.
uno en el spot.
Y pues yo estaba muy chiquito. Yo no sabía, o sea, yo no sabía de música, yo no sabía de tonos, yo no sabía de tiempos, yo no sabía de nada, ¿no? Nomás la pura noción de escuchar a Vicente en sus canciones y aprenderme la canción. Así es como más o menos yo me la aprendí, ¿verdad?
Claro.
So, it was in playback, it was a live mariachi behind me. So, like, cuando yo llegué, pues le pregunté a mi papá, oh, pues en qué tono, ¿no? ¿Dónde está? I don't know. Like,
En el que caiga.
sí, sí. Pues, so, bueno, anyways, I went up there, I sang, and I got second place. And
What?
yeah, and that was, I mean,
Wow.
at the time, I didn't know that I was
Uh-huh.
concursando. Yo no sabía que I was competing with other kids. All I wanted to do was just sing.
Wow.
So, yeah, and I have also my dad has a lot of videos of me when I was, throughout my journey, in my earlier years. So todo eso también lo tiene en un videotape, and
That's
it's
so
funny
cool,
because
man.
I see it now and I'm like, man, I have kids that were that age and I can't. It's really hard to explain how you say that you have to be born with it. You have to be that love has to come from another place.
Also, I think also, we were born in a different time too, where
Yeah.
we were less scared, like a society as a whole. I
Hmm.
think now we are so more bit, I'm gonna say probably paranoid because of you don't know con qué intenciones algunas personas
Yeah,
vengan.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we kind of be overprotective of our family sometimes, and pero la realidad es que tienes que nacer con ese atrevimiento de no, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna sink in and I'm just gonna just whatever, do it. Pero qué cool que tienes, those memories recorded. I'm sure I got like a couple of those. I remember my dad having one of those handheld cameras cuando estaba chico también y
Hmm.
grababa, but I've never seen them now that I'm grown up. So I
Yeah.
wonder how that is,
Soy muy
is
afortunado de que mi papá, am, como que su intención fue, documentar
mm,
toda mi
tu
transcurso, mi carrera,
trayectoria.
mi evolución de como cuando empecé a my teenage years when I think the last recording of me was like, I don't know, I want to say 16, 17.
Wow. ¿Y
So
cómo
yeah.
migraste hacia otros instrumentos? Porque también tocas el acordeón.
Sí. So mi primer instrumento, sorry que me desvié, pero mi
No, no,
primer
no, no, sí,
instrumento
claro.
fue guitarra. Y fue porque uno de los integrantes del mariachi de ese concurso saw potential in me. Don Arcadio de
Oh,
Ledesma, que en paz descanse también. He was a very great musician. Su papá fue músico para Javier Solís. También tocaba
oh,
en el
wow.
mariachi, grababa para Javier Solís. Anyways, me vio mucho potencial. He reached out to my dad y le dijo, ¿sabes qué? Tu hijo, se nota que tiene la pasión y tiene, el talento, se puede desarrollar. Si estás interesado, give me a call and I can give him a few lessons, whatever I can. And sure, he did. He reached out to him. Me empezó a enseñar vocalización, which is the notion of like las notas y dónde te
Sí.
entonas and,
Mm,
los tiempos. And then after that, um, I wanted to play an instrument. I wanted to play the guitar
okay.
because he taught me with a guitar. So él tenía su guitarra y me decía, okay, este es el tono de do, a ver, cántamelo, and,
Sí.
viceversa. So ya mi curiosidad por el instrumento ya creció también. So yo viéndola a él, pues le dije, pues también quiero aprender la guitarra. Y fue cuando él me enseñó a tocar la guitarra. So te estoy hablando que como a los 5 años, 6, ya sabía tocar la guitarra, like
Wow.
good. Like I could like you can tell me a song. Oh, let's play. I don't know, Cielito Lindo. Okay, and en qué tono en do. Okay, I'm gonna like I already knew how. So yeah,
Qué
and
cool, brother.
sí, me gustaba mucho que me like I would focus all my time into it. It was like my toy. So yeah, y de allí evolucionó a de que yo ya sabía, por decir los tonos, ya sabía las tonalidades, ya sabía hacer tonadas.
Mm,
Um, so, cuando yo ya sabía todo eso, me dio la herramienta to venture off to other instruments. Como por decir, ¿sabes qué? Me gustó el violín, fue el segundo instrumento. And I asked Arcadio, 'cause at the time he was still helping me with, with training the voice. And
mm.
este, y le decía, no, pues nomás quiero saber dónde está el tono de do. And oh, pues es que esto no es de acordes, esto es más melódico, es strings, you're going to do melodías, is not, acompañamiento. This
Claro.
works like this, esa es la escala de do. And oh, okay, so that's how se evolucionó a eso. Y de ahí, pues, haz de cuenta que it was all self-taught. After that, it was,
Yeah,
me enseñó las primeras escalas del violín, ya solito yo, pues, I ventured off my own y ya
claro.
sacaba canciones. Obviamente no sé tocar el violín como un profesional porque, pues, it's a whole different form of playing. because
Yeah.
to me is the violin. It's played like
Yeah.
the whole what is it called?
El
El
diapasón.
diapasón, todo el diapasón. Y yo estoy más acostumbrado a tocarlo más acá arriba,
Sí, 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 sí.
¿verdad?
Lo
So,
básico,
lo
vamos.
básico ya. So, y de ahí, pues ya como sabía más o menos los tonos y todo, pues ya, oh, pues sabes que me interesó el acordeón y yo solito, like I never had anybody tell me the accordion or tell me how to play the accordion. ah, Hasta que ya entré al grupo norteño, which I was 18, y ya es donde yo aprendía, pero visualmente, porque miraba al acordeonero,
Mm,
miraba cómo lo tocaba, and it was totally different. Yo nomás lo tocaba de una manera que era para adentro y para afuera, porque it's like a harmonic. So one note in and one note out.
ajá.
But if you don't know the other positions, I
Yeah.
would say, it's hard because it's really hard to explain. Yo, como no sabía el instrumento en sí, yo saqué las notas
A
como
tu
a mi
forma.
forma,
Sí,
yes,
sí, sí, sí,
which
a
is
tu
not
forma.
the traditional way to do it.
Yeah.
So, y ya cuando entré a la música de norteña, pues ya fue cuando aprendí un
Sea,
poquillo más.
mi papá siempre quiso que yo aprendiera a tocar el acordeón, pero yo veía eso y siempre me intimidé tanto que
Es
dije,
muy
no.
difícil, man. Es muy, mis respetos para todos los acordeoneros.
Ay,
Es
sí.
un instrumento muy difícil. Muchos dicen que el violín, y el violín también, mis respetos para los que saben tocarlo bien. Man, it's a really difficult. Bueno, cualquier
Por
instrumento.
instrumento, sí,
Cualquier
sí.
instrumento, it depends what kind of level you want to play in,
Claro,
porque
claro,
pues cualquier instrumento puede ser muy difícil.
claro, claro. En ese tiempo que, porque esto me sucedió a mí, en ese tiempo, de casualidad, tuviste como que, ¿cómo puedo decir esto? Como alguna ocasión que te sentías como que ya no querías continuar algún instrumento, no querías seguir con la música o algo
Sí,
así. ¿Te sucedió algo así?
sí, sí, claro que sí. Me sucedía en mis años de pre-puberty, que como los 10, 11,
Ok.
yo miraba a todos mis amigos que they would go out and play. You know, that's all they would do is just
Yeah.
get home, you know, get ready to go to your friend's house and go play. Or
Yeah.
like maybe do an hour of homework and then go play, you know.
Instead of sitting down and practicing for an hour, mi mamá,
Yeah.
¿tú sabes qué hacía mi mamá? Ponía un cooking timer
Hmm.
y hasta que eso no sonara, I couldn't stand up from that chair.
Yeah. See, so my situation was pretty much the same, but the thing with me was that yo estudiaba acordeón, guitarra, violín, uh, and singing. And by singing, I mean like I had a set that I would have to go through. ¿Por qué?
Okay.
Porque yo ya tenía presentaciones a los 5 o 6 años.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
sí, yo tenía presentaciones en festivales, en event centers and, local stuff,
Okay.
but it was still presentaciones.
Sí,
And my dad
claro.
was always like, hey, well, you need to learn this song or
Sí.
you need to study these songs. And these songs you're going to be singing, I don't know, 10 songs this day. So I would have to literally sit down and practice an hour of guitar, an hour of piano, an hour of violin, and an hour
Man.
of vocalizing or
Sí,
singing
sí,
or
sí.
studying the songs that I was gonna play.
Sí, sí.
So you're 4 or 5 hours in already, and it's you get off at
Llega el
3
momento
in
que
school. A las 8 vas acabando, tienes que hacer tarea, and it's like, pues, like I'm a kid, bro. Like I
yeah,
wanna,
yeah, yeah.
you know. But it was a love and hate kind of thing. I
Yeah.
loved my music. I loved doing it, but it was kind of like when I knew that when my friends were playing outside, I would hate it because I was like, man, I want to go
I
play.
want to so go out. Bro,
See.
I feel so identified with that. Mira, you know, with the guitar, the foot stand that they
Hmm.
use for the guitars. So I would, when I was get like really upset, I would just kick that thing off and just kick and just playing. I remember my mom got so upset with me one time. She wrapped a brick with a carpet. She wrapped it y como ella hacía costura, pues she wrapped the whole brick with carpet. Y después yo como a los 7 añitos, you will see me lifting the freaking brick like I was doing exercises. y she would get like, ponte a practicar and stuff like that. But yo creo que eso es parte del proceso. Y I'm so grateful for her pushing me at all the way, until I finished high school. Siempre estuvo ahí como que,
Me
and
identifico con eso también, porque I feel like my dad has ¿cómo te diré? Como que él se siente culpable de eso, de lo que te digo, te menciono, de que
Mm,
a lo mejor él piensa que no disfruté muy bien mi niñez.
sí.
Obviamente sí podría haber tenido más tiempo con mis amigos, pero yo le agradezco mucho todo lo que hizo porque pues I wouldn't know what I know, and I
Claro.
wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't do what I do. Ah, Me ha forjado a ser la persona que soy, el músico que soy, so yo estoy muy agradecido con eso también.
It's funny. My mom will always say, keep on doing it. You will never be hungry.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Bro. And I never forget them words.
Yeah,
Never. Oh, man.
yeah,
Oh, cool, man. Give me it. Oh,
that's
my
yeah.
God.
Props to the
Here,
parents.
a los parents, de
Sí,
verdad, que
sí.
we push. The kids don't understand, but it's all love. And it's all
Yeah,
love,
it
bro.
is.
Bro, so talk to me more about that since we talked a little bit about the musical inspiration and that kind of influences where it goes. Other than Vicente Fernandez, what other high inspiration has come around and how do you actually flip that on your personal journey towards music and creating your own grupo and singing and stuff?
I'm firm believer, a firm believer that music inspires music. Um, yo escucho mucha variedad de música.
Mhm.
Um, Man, not what 2 3 days ago I was I started doing exercise again and I was riding my bike. Um, and yo tengo an Apple Music. I just put play or whatever, and me sale a whole range of different music because
Okay.
I go from country to hip hop
Yeah.
to regional
See?
to rock. And I was riding my bike, and then all of a sudden, Bad Bunny comes up,
Okay.
and it's the new album.
The
I
new
don't even know
album.
what it's called,
Debí
but
tirar más fotos. That was the name of
okay.
it.
And I think the first two songs come up, and I'm listening to it, and it's funny that nobody tells you what the album is about or what inspired it, but you could tell, you could hear it, and just by hearing those songs, I can tell that he went back to his Puerto Rican roots
Yes.
because it has a lot of
Yes.
salsa and has a lot, and
Bomba, plena,
yes, it has a lot of
everything.
which their regional music is
Folkloric music, yeah.
folkloric music. And I was like, man, that's badass. That inspired me to come up with an idea of something that I want to introduce to what I'm going to be doing in the future. So
Bro.
it inspired me. So that's a perfect
It's
example of it.
funny because I actually finished listening to it for the third time a couple of days ago. And I made a post on Facebook and I told everybody this is probably the most important album of his career ever. Why? Because he's exposed our
Yes.
real culture
Yes.
and
I agree with
how
you.
we have so much variety of sounds
Hmm.
that can be moved on a new era of music.
Yeah. I
So
totally
whoever
agree.
doesn't take advantage now, do not waste time. Make sure you actually take that advantage.
Yeah. I totally agree, man. Porque lo que hizo en este álbum, hats off. He's where he's at because he's a
Yeah.
great thinker, bro. And him taking it back to, exposing you guys' folklore and the culture and just the various sounds that you guys have. It's
Yeah.
man,
It's
it's a
amazing.
great thing.
It's a
It's a
really
great
great
thing.
thing for
Porque puede
sure.
salir de eso mucho. Imagine how many people he's gonna inspire
Ooh.
that yeah, the PR just to start, and how many more artists can come out of that, you know what I mean? So it's
Bro,
it's it's
for
a big
real.
thing. It's a
It
big
is a
thing.
big thing. And I think
If it inspired me that I'm not in that genre of music,
yeah.
just imagine what it can do with the
The
people that.
possibilities are
Yeah,
endless now,
exactly.
basically.
Yeah,
So he is marking a time in history where it's enabling other people from the folklore to actually expose what it is.
correcto.
And basically, no, I really like that you point that out
Yeah.
and that you actually do still get inspired just by music. Cause
Hmm.
like I've told people before and they kind of don't understand that. I was like, I'm not in love with a genre.
Yeah,
I'm in
I
love
can't
with music.
can't be. Yeah.
With music.
Sí, music in general, porque música es otro lenguaje. It's a beautiful thing, bro. Man, I can't imagine our world or life without music.
Impossible.
It's yeah,
Impossible.
yeah, it's like probably the air that you breathe, bro. Like I can't, I wouldn't be, it wouldn't be a happy place for sure.
No, definitely not happy. And
Yeah.
if you're not happy right now, just turn the radio on, listen to those
Yes.
some music, because definitivamente
Music will
algo
change your mood
es
like
así.
this.
Rápido,
Correcto.
algo vas a encontrar que te va a recordar, o
Sí.
oh, my happy moment, or
Mhm.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
There's, you know, there's yo ah, cojo terapia de agarro terapia de música también, and I
Oh,
do some
nice.
music therapy through the VA, because everybody know I'm a veteran, so I also do some therapy outside and stuff. And through music therapy, I understood the side of the emotion that music transmit to us as regular people. Cuando yo estoy en esa terapia, I forget I'm a musician, I forget I'm a producer, everything, and
You
I
just
just
enjoy it.
focus and exactly enjoy that presence of the sound. When you get a chance to do that, bro, it's a blessing. It's like you
Yeah.
realize I'm alive and this is flowing through me. Music is life.
Yeah. I like how you put
Definitely.
that.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, that's a great quote.
Man, bro, so, with that being said, cuando porque aquí hay tela para cortar. Oh my gosh. ¿Cuándo fue el momento que tú entendiste que you could go mainstream? How did that mainstream process went? Because I know before Proyecto X, which was your last project,
Mhm.
what was before that?
So before that, yo estaba en una banda, obviamente como estilo de Sinaloa, una banda de viento. And they were out of San Jose. Se llama Banda Troyana. It's a real good known banda here in the area. En lo que es toda la área de la bahía y obviamente la Central Coast. Este, and they were pretty well known. They did have a few songs on the radio. Um, and I just kind of wanted to do something by myself. That was always my dream, being a solista, you know.
Mm,
Siempre fue un sueño mío. Ah, y pues mi compadre Raúl tuvo mucho que ver en yo salirme de la banda para perseguir ese sueño, porque él también estaba en una agrupación como ingeniero de audio.
mhm,
Y y pues jugando me dijo, hey, pues sálgase y vamos a hacer algo. And I always wanted to, but I was kind of afraid to do it, to
mm,
venture something by mouth, because I had no idea how to do it, right?
mm,
And I think that he helped me um, kind of feel comfortable with the fact that I'm going in it with somebody else and like, having a partner,
mm,
to go and trying to figure it out and learn the business side of it.
mm.
So that's what really pushed me to venture off to that, solista
Okay.
phase. So él me ayudó mucho.
So, muchas personas conocen la historia y la trayectoria de Proyecto X aquí. Yo creo que de más está decir que fue una o la mayor experiencia de las que has tenido, ¿verdad? Y Charlie is part of who Charlie is because of Proyecto X.
Sí, de una manera sí, a large part of my adult life has been with Proyecto X. Ya íbamos a cumplir doce años, si no me equivoco,
Mm,
este año. Um, it started in 2017. Uh, a large part of my musical career and achievements have been with Proyecto X. Le tengo mucho que agradecer a todo el público que nos siguió durante el tiempo que estuvimos
mhm,
activos, a todos los integrantes, a todos mis hermanos, because they're still my brothers.
yeah.
I consider them my brothers. We have lived through a lot, and
Yeah.
in 10 years, you create this relationship, a brotherhood that I think it's unbreakable.
Yeah.
Um, they're great people. They're great musicians that I'm gonna, cherish for life.
Yeah.
They're always gonna be they're always gonna have a special place in my heart. So, sí, fue algo muy bonito que vivimos. Uh, Man, one of the biggest achievements that we had was, being on the radio, just being on the radio, having songs on the radio. I believe we had like 4 or 5 songs on the radio that were pretty strong,
Yeah.
pretty, yeah, estaban pegadas aquí en lo que es en California y pues también en en toda la nación. We had, top chart hitters. So man, I'm so blessed and so um proud of that.
That feeling, man. Of
Yeah.
course, man. You have to be proud, man, because it's 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 a long journey, man.
It's a hard and long journey, bro. I never thought that I would be able to live that experience. Obviamente, a lot of people could say, "Oh, well, I mean," could question the experience that we had because it's not like, I don't know, Grupo
Mm,
Frontera or Grupo Firme.
mm,
Those are another level of of fame and being an artist. Pero we were not that far from it. We played in venues that held 15,000 people.
mm.
Um, we went to national television shows and national radio shows, and we won premios, and we were on the top charts, and we were
Ganaron los premios Juventud también, ¿verdad?
primero
No,
nuestro
pero ellos no, nuestro fue.
por Revelación del Año, which was the
Mm,
new artist.
mm.
Um, we toured the whole United States. That was our only job. So I was living the dream, bro.
Bro, the Rockstar League.
yeah, exactly. So, not a lot of people get to do that being a
Uh-huh.
musician. Y yo me siento muy afortunado y muy agradecido con la gente que hizo eso posible, which is
Mhm,
the people, because the people are
mhm.
the ones
Claro,
who, they demand they're the demand, and
claro.
obviously us as a product, we have to supply it. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for them.
I really, really gotta say that coming from I did not know regional music as I know it when I was growing up, right? And I barely came to the States probably about 10 years ago. And through military service, I was still kind of like on and off the music during my military career. And as I was coming out, obviously my first station was here in California. It was like it was a bit of a culture shock, right? Because I didn't hear salsa on the radio, no merengue, barely any reggaeton. It was a transition in in the last 10 years from what it sounds to on the radio now here in California. It's so different. Pero escuchar tu música fue también algo refrescante because you did fusion on your music. There's a song that you guys did that also fuses kind of like ska and reggae type feel, which was I was like, what? Wait a second,
Thank you.
grupo with that's it was a crazy idea too.
Yeah, fíjate que eso viene de from our background, because cada uno de los integrantes del proyecto que viene from a different background. Yo obviamente vengo de mariachi, Eddie, the tuba player, mi compadre Eddie, también viene de un background de mariachi y luego viene también como de duranguense, grupero. He
Mm,
knows keyboards. Tony, the drummer, igual. He from a dad that was a musician and a grupero, so he bookies, Yonix,
mm,
all that grupero stuff. So all that kind of played part in like making these fusions, because yo me acuerdo que en el primer disco grabamos um, una canción de Cristian, de Ricky Martin, Vuelve. Bueno, no es de Ricky, ¿verdad? Es de el maestro, I forget, but it's great singer, songwriter. Pero Ricky Martin la hizo muy, pero muy popular, la de Vuelve.
¿y
Vuelve,
qué
que
es
la
así, así? Y
vida.
me va.
And us as a norteño,
Sí.
we came out with that song, and I mean, the people were just, like, oh man, that's a badass song. Because like, dude, you guys brought it from this to this.
Revivirlo.
So, yeah, we've always been into doing that kind of thing.
That's so cool, man, to have that's the best way to actually move forward in music. That's definitely the best way to come
Yeah.
because when people get kind of and I tell the young kids, that are like in the hip hop stuff, try something new.
Hmm.
Try to I don't know, sample some crazy 60s, 70s stuff. Make it flip it your own way,
Yeah, yeah. Create
right?
something
Create
that's
something.
yours. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Because that's the only way that people are gonna be like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, because you could hear a lot of things that sound alike, because I mean, obviamente you get inspired from that genre of music and you want to make it sound just like that. But if you, put something in it that's yours,
Flip
you
it.
flip it, correct. And that people are going to be like, oh, wait, I like that because it has that different touch, it
Yeah.
has that different originality.
Bro, so we coming almost close here to the end, pero I mean on the clock. Now I don't want to really think about that because this conversation is so good. Bro, what are current projects you're looking forward to doing now?
Ahorita estoy en una nueva etapa, obviamente, de solista. Um, as I told you when we got here, I'm looking for songwriters. So
Yo,
if anybody in the audience has a song that,
put them down on the
yeah,
descriptions.
for
Let them
sure.
know.
Yeah. Because you can never oversee anyone, porque hay
Mhm.
talento everywhere,
Oh,
bro. And,
sí.
and mucha gente a veces pasa desapercibida o a veces no quiere, they don't want to reach out, ¿verdad?
Right. Sí.
Pero yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on my project right now. I'm hopefully Manny's gonna help me out with a song there or two or whatever, how many
We'll
songs
see.
he
We'll
wants
see what's gonna
to
happen.
he wants to help me out in there. Pero sí, ahorita estoy fíjate que it's a hard process because um I, I'm kind of familiar with a lot of different genres of music, so I don't know if I should pick just one or if I should just do whatever I want to do. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do one mariachi, one norteño, one pop, one.
And you can.
I can,
Like
but
these days now, it's kind of
sí,
like,
pero it kind of scares me porque no quiero que tampoco la gente diga, like, pues, what kind of
no sabe dónde
album is
está el
this? Yeah,
parado,
yeah.
whatever. It is a
So
scary
it is a
situation. I
scary
get it.
situation. Uh, I can do that. I can do a lot of different genres. Uh, but I don't know if that would be the right thing to do for the público que es fan de lo que
De
he
lo que
hecho,
haces.
de que le guardo un cariño a esas
Sí,
personas
claro,
que todavía
claro,
me siguen y un respeto inmenso porque I know that they deserve a good quality.
claro.
So that's what's kind of stopping me right now.
Yeah.
De no sé qué es lo que voy a hacer.
It's a matter of having the conversation with the
Sí,
right people.
yeah.
And definitely, I think, oh my God, my mind is spinning right now. Pero, yeah, I think you can always throw a curveball. Tú sabes.
Yeah, I don't know about throwing, 4 straight.
No, not maybe. Obviously, not
So,
four straight because the batter's gonna
see, he's
notice.
gonna know. So, yeah. Pero sí, I mean, I'm always up for that. I do want to do different things in this album. I'm very excited for it. ¿Por qué? Porque it's like a clean slate. Sí me deprimí un poquito, transitioning from, proyecto that I have so much love for still, to this new um, etapa de mi vida que viene siendo solista, pero
Claro,
obviamente lo estoy haciendo con mucho cariño y con mucho respeto
claro,
for that people that still
claro.
they reach out to me and like, hey, when are you gonna? I want to hear some your whatever you're working on. So eso that keeps me going, man.
So working on albums, bro, how do you feel like this new generation kind of sort of have deviated from doing just strictly albums into just working singles?
Um, Creo que es por la demanda. Creo que es por the social media has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is everything is faster.
Claro, claro.
It's. I don't want to say quantity versus quality, but in some circumstances, I'm sure that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
De que por querer ser la novedad, en veces you kind of have to fall under the pressure
Yeah, y
and just
tirar body para abajo, lo que
y
salga.
lo que sale. Yeah, and
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous.
yeah, and people maybe are not aware of it, or they are aware of it, but they don't really think about it, and it's a lot of pressure to the artist. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of pressure. ¿Por qué? Porque obviamente no quieres soltar nomás cualquier cosa and be like, okay, there I have something for this month. You want
If
to,
you care, because there's
if you
some
care,
artists that I've
correcto.
known that they really don't
Sí,
give a crap and, tú
yeah,
sabes, hacer lo que sea
sí, sí,
por tratar de estar. Pero if you care, definitely
yeah. Of course.
one of those
I
things.
mean, uh, I think I've always been a firm believer if you're gonna do something, do it right. If you're gonna do
Amen
something,
to that.
try to do the best. And if it takes a while, then
It takes a
it's
while.
worth waiting for.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Bro, like like I say, bro, I've had songs like Bad Bunny. Let's go back to that. He put out a salsa. Bro, I got a salsa on my hard drive. I'm gonna show it to you. For 2 years.
Y por el
Y
miedo.
por el miedo
Sí.
nunca la he
Oh,
sacado. Y
bro.
ahora la voy a sacar y me voy a decir, nah, este se está copiando de Bad Bunny ahora. I was like,
Correcto.
you
Bro,
suck.
I totally get what you're saying. Porque I mean, I'm talking about maybe 6, 7 years, if not 10 when we started in Proyecto. Este, yo tuve una conversación con Lolo, Eleodoro, el acordeonista que ya no es parte de, o que no era parte de Proyecto for the last 5 years. Pero I had a conversation with him about, creo que era cuando estaban los corridos progresivos, which was
Mm,
Gerardo Ortiz and Noel Torres and all this movimiento. And I remember telling him, I told him, porque nosotros grabamos un corrido que se llama Soy 75, that it has kind of like the vocal line on one of the estribillos.
mm,
It sounds like rap kind of,
okay.
and a lot of people liked it, especially a lot of people from LA, from
It's
down
hard
south.
pitched.
Yeah, because it's está
Yeah.
duro. So yo me acuerdo que le dije a Lolo, and this was in 2012, 2013. Le dije, Lolo, vas a ver cómo el corrido va a evolucionar a like the hip hop kind of image. And then he's all like, "You really think so?" I'm like,
It did.
I could guarantee it because of this song, because of the song that we were doing,
Uh,
and the ¿cómo se dice? The feedback that we were getting from it. We're like, man, it's because that's what we were trying to do. I'm a
okay.
big fan of West Coast rap,
Yeah.
of Dr. Dre, Ice
G
Cube,
Funk.
all that. So that was kind of something that I was like, oh man, we should do this right here because it's more of a gangster corrido. And I told him, I'm like, man, just watch. It's gonna happen. It's one day there's gonna be, corridos that sound, like gangster rap, bro. And that's exactly what we're living right now, bro.
Bro.
That's I mean, you're talking about Fuerza Régida and Natanael Cano. Son corridos tumbados, but what does tumbado tell you? It's like, it's gangster.
Like
It's
this song with Snoop Dogg and MS. That was like real
yeah,
gangster for
yeah, yeah.
real.
Yeah, and that's a great example, man. That's a great example of how music works and how you could, mix cultures and
Yeah,
and bring cultures, together.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
Man, I'm
exciting.
glad you bring all that stuff up, bro. But and we're gonna keep on talking, but bro, let's go to this question that I have like really dear into my heart because um I struggle with it, and I know a lot of the people who follow me can probably identify. Bro, how do you manage your mental health? How's your mental health right now, especially being an artist that has been on the road and away from family and endure so many changes in the industry? How do you cope with it and how you are right now?
That's a very good question, and I love that you bring up that topic because not a lot of musicians, I think, care about their mental health. And when I say that, it's because maybe they're not really in tune because they're too busy with music or with their personal life, especially artists that are like way up in the charts, bro, because they're always busy, 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 busy. They're in music, concerts, and then I'm sure that they have little to no time with the family. Um, Te lo digo porque lo que vivimos nosotros, uh, we had time off away from the family, like special events,
Mm,
all that, and that affects you. It affects you mentally because you want to be there. You want to be there with your fam. You want to be there, you know, at a special birthday party,
mm,
en momentos especiales que ya nunca van a volver. They
claro.
don't come back, bro. So, um, I know that there's things uh, that do, ¿cómo se dice? Que nos afecta mentalmente, pero obviamente no mucha gente de nuestra cultura likes to talk about it.
Sí, claro.
We don't really like to,
Precisamente los latinos.
yeah, por
El
el orgullo que
orgullo.
no nos deja. Um, but yeah, I went through a very dark time, bro. Very dark time. I was in a very bad place. Um, the that music life catches up to you if you're on tour. That tour life catches up to you because you do have a lot of temptations You do have a lot of things that, when you don't do that, when you're out of that life, you can reflect and be like, man, that wasn't the person that I was. It was just I was being a totally different person that I shouldn't be. And you could regret a lot of things that you do out in
Yeah.
out in the music life. So yo sé que hay muchas consecuencias que a lo mejor ahorita no you don't think about them, but
Hmm.
down the line is gonna creep up. So
Definitely.
mental health is a very, very big thing when it comes to any person in general. I think
Yeah, of
that it's
course.
very important to have that mental health. But as musicians, yeah, you don't really talk about it, so it's good that you bring that up in the music community because I don't think that there's a safe haven for it.
What do you do to cope with it now?
Um, Me rodeo mucho de mi familia, bro. I spend a lot of time with my family. I think I'm trying to recuperate the time that I lost ahorita con ellos. So I'm
That's
enjoying my
good.
family a lot, and I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't been very disciplined in the studio and getting my
Mm,
project going. Um, y le dije, de hecho, le platicé a mi esposa que ese es uno de los miedos. I'm scared to go to the studio and like go down this
rabbit hole.
spiral again and like just get blinded by music and just focus on music and then kind of like do
Music
the
is so
same thing
powerful.
again
They could do
to
so many
yeah, do it
things.
again to my family and kind of
Easy.
put my family on the second on
Yeah,
in second place.
definitely.
And I don't want that to happen again because it did happen to me and it was in a I was in a dark place and I don't want to go back there. I want to do it with love and
Balance.
with the balance. Correct, that's a perfect word. With the balance of your family and what the
Claro,
project that you're doing.
claro. Bro, family is powerful, bro.
See,
Definitely. Family is
yeah,
key
and
to
it's
this.
one of the most important and valuable things that we have, second from our health. So family is definitely one of the best things that could help you come out of whatever it is that you're going through. If there's anybody out there that is going through something, reach out to a family member.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. Bro, what look aheads are we to expect from Charlie, bro?
Um, hopefully music still. Hopefully making music. I'm really looking forward to this new album that I'm working on. Like I said, y pues se los encargamos. Hopefully Manny could help us out and collaborate in a few songs there. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. I'm not sure about any presentations here soon, but you know what? If that does happen, I would like to do like a CD release here in town in Salinas, maybe, and
Ooh, hell yeah.
whoever wants to join. And if you guys think that's a good
Claro que
idea,
sí. A listening party or
yeah, a
whatever.
listening party would be
That'd be
great.
fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Definitely, man.
So yeah, that's what's coming up. I really hope that I do a good job for the people that are waiting for it.
You will, man.
Yeah, thank
Definitely,
you.
definitely. Bro, give everybody your social medias where they can find you
Okay,
and
so
your shout outs, whoever you want to shout out.
yeah, muchas gracias. Primeramente, gracias, Manny, por la invitación. I really appreciate it, bro. I know that uh, it's an important space in your life. I know that it's very dear to your heart. This what you're doing, and I appreciate that you're sharing it with me. So, muchas gracias por eso.
By all means, bro.
In my Instagram, I'm in Charlie's Z underscore live, and Facebook estoy como Carlos Charly Zamora. And in TikTok, I'm also as like Charlie Z Life. So follow me.
Alrighty, everybody. Well, you've heard this was episode 6 of Exclusive Chats and Studio Tracks. Y ahora, pues vamos a ver si vamos para el estudio. Y no, como siempre, vamos a ver si sacamos otro palo más de aquí. Si no, pues pasamos una vibra súper, ¿ok? Así que stay tuned, subscribe, leave a comment, like, and share, ¿ok? See you guys later.